Hey everybody, Rich Lovell with the Vacaville Baseball Barn, Master Instructor with Epstein Hitting System and Online Hitting Academy. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the notifications button so you see all our future videos. Don't forget to share with friends and coaches as well. Listen, I want to talk a little bit about a response that I got on a video that I did some time ago, and it was getting on plane, how early is too early, and I talked about laying the bat off, because if you tell that to a kid, that's what they're going to do. And the question had to do with swinging the knob to the ball, knob to the pitcher, hands to the ball, all these cues that you get. Some of them are not so good, and then others we can work with. For example, I have no problem with someone saying, if I take the knob back to the pitcher, because I always know we're working on a pitch down the middle. But if we say take the knob to the pitcher and it's an outside pitch, I'm kind of already done. So the question was, hey, I get all that and everybody's preaching knob to the ball and these things, but if I take the knob back to the pitcher and I'm swinging the knob, the barrel is below the knob and then I can't really get it on plane. Something to that effect. And here's my response, and what I want to clarify with the gentleman's name is Big Ried, or young player, whoever that was. The idea is that we have our force here, and the force is going to pull the mass through the zone. The way we get our barrel on path, there's a couple of different things. Number one, obviously, pitch height, pitch location, high, low, in or out is going to determine. But what determines the plane of the bat getting on the plane of the pitch to match the angle of the ball coming down is when we land, we've already made our calculations that we're going to swing and where we need to be. From here, it's a matter of what our brain's telling our body to do, and that's rotate our shoulders, elevate our shoulders and front elbow, which then is going to bring our back shoulder down, our back elbow is going to come down, and as our knob comes through, the barrel is basically going to slice down the shoulder, and we're going to get it on path here. This is something that a buddy of mine and I talk about all the time. He's out in Texas, and although I'm a passive hands guy and he's an active hands guy, meaning that in his teaching, the feel is that the hands are doing more than what they really are. And I agree with that. To me though, that would mess me up. I need to think that my hands are passive and my body's pulling myself through. If not, I begin to get a little bit out in front on the barrel. So back to Big Ried's point in question is, if I'm turning through like this and my shoulders begin to tilt up, this front elbow begins to tilt up, my legs begin to sink a little bit because it's a really low pitch, then there goes the barrel from here. I still have control there. And then through. If it's a higher pitch, this left elbow stays a little bit more level to the ground, to use a term. But as I do, there are my hands, and the barrel's still slightly below my hands, just not as much. I've got to gain more tilt in my shoulders, more sink in my knees for lower pitches, because I don't want to be swinging down here like that. The other comment that he had to do with snapping his wrist through. And that's something that I don't teach and we never even mention it. I think I've had a video or two talking something similar to that. But remember, we don't consciously think about snapping our wrist through. If we do, snapping our wrist through, we're going to roll our wrist over, creating a higher barrel than would go over the top of the ball. That is an effect of a cause. The cause being, as I set the lag here, and I turn through and I get into contact, and as I go through my extension, my wrists are going to release, and I try to stay palm up, palm down as long as possible. So Ried, I hope that helps you out. Think about it as the barrel is just following in behind the body and the hands, and it will drop in on plane. It's not something that you're going to go, okay, the ball's low, so I'm going to drop everything down. It's going to be an effect of what your brain's telling your body to do, wherever that pitch location is, so that then you can now finish the swing. Hope that helps you out. Don't forget, subscribe, notifications button, share us, and check out our Facebook channel for any upcoming online academy events.